Hello, friends of the Argos Museum. Let me introduce myself. I am the goddess Isis, and I will guide you through the Egyptian sector of this incredible museum. First of all, I would like to tell you the story of my life, as it was handed down by the philosopher Plutarch. Hi Plutarch.
Hi Isis. Guys, shortly you will hear the adventurous story of my friend the goddess Isis, as I myself told it in my work Isis and Osiris. Anyway, I must warn you, this is a tale full of incredible events, but as you know, it's just a legend.
First of all, you must know that I was born from the marriage of Nut, the goddess of heaven, and Geb, the god of the earth, and I was the sister of Osiris, Nephthys and Seth. Osiris and I got married and reigned happily on Lower Egypt. During his reign, Osiris made the Egyptians change their poor and wild lifestyle, instructed them in the cultivation of the fields, set laws, and taught them to honor the gods. My spouse was much loved by the people because he succeeded in being obeyed with the charm of persuasion, with his words united to songs and to every type of music. While Seth, the king of Upper Egypt, was hated by his subjects because he ruled with violence. In fact, he was the god of chaos, desert and storms. Poisoned by envy, Seth long coveted the desire to get rid of Osiris. To achieve this, he devised a perfect plan. Together with some accomplices, he built a sarcophagus, and during the party, he proclaimed that he would give it to anyone who had managed to enter perfectly. Since Seth had built the coffin by taking Osiris's measurements, all the guests who tried to enter it could not perfectly fit into it. When it was Osiris's turn, he lay down in the coffin, and Seth and his accomplices immediately sealed it inside, then threw the coffin into the river. The sarcophagus descended the river to the sea, and then stopped at Byblos, where an acacia enveloped it with its branches. When I found out what had happened, I started looking for my husband with my sister Nephthys. In the desperate search for Osiris, Nephthys and I reached Byblos, where under the guise of a mortal woman, I succeeded in joining the royal court, and there I gained the trust of Queen Nemano and became a nurse of the young prince of the city. Once in Byblos, every night I turned into a swallow, and flying in the sky I shouted in pain, but nobody paid any attention to my cries. As I said before, the sarcophagus with my husband Osiris had already reached Byblos, and being under an acacia, it had been enclosed into its trunk. The king of Byblos had seen the tree and had it cut, making a column for his palace. One day King Nemano found me, as I placed the prince child on the burning embers. Not aware of the fact that it was a ritual to ensure immortality to the child, the king was alarmed, and I was forced to assume my true appearance, and unveil the true reason why I was in the city. Informed of the facts, Nemano handed me the sarcophagus, which was still contained in the acacia pillar. I took the coffin, and hid it. Later, Nephthys and I took the sarcophagus to a secret room, laid the body of Osiris on a bed, and I turned into winged Isis. You don't know, because I haven't told you yet, that as a girl, I had been the favorite pupil of the god Thoth, god of the moon, of wisdom, of writing, of magic, of time, of mathematics and of geometry. It was Thoth who taught me the art of giving back life with the beating of the wings, but this time, being still inexperienced, I could not save my husband from death. Unfortunately, Seth discovered us while we were intent on our rites, and furious, he dismembered Osiris and dispersed the pieces through Egypt. Finally, for greater security, he put me and Nephthys under lock and key. But we were later freed by Selkut and 7 other goddesses. In desperation, I began the long search for the parts of my husband, and little by little, I was able to find them all again, and to rebuild the body of Osiris. In each of the cities, where parts of Osiris's body were recovered, a temple was built. After reassembling the body of Osiris, I tried to give him back his life. This time the god Anubis helped me to cover my husband with linen bandages and embalm it. But it was my great love for Osiris to perform the miracle. With a few beats of wings, Osiris acquired immortality. Unfortunately, the attempt succeeded in half, because Osiris began to reign but no longer on earth, but in the afterlife. Anyway, I was fertilized by Osiris, and sometime later, I gave birth to Horus. Later on, to escape Seth's rage, I kept him secretly in the marshes of the delta of the river Nile. Like a loving mother, I had to face many dangers. One day I even healed Horus from the bite of a lethal scorpion. I protected Horus until he was ready to clash with Seth, and avenge the death of his father Osiris, and after his victory on his enemy, he became the pharaoh of Egypt.